Welcome back to the Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Story, page 106. Already 106. Let's start with a Tuesday. Remember, the play has started. Oh, hasn't started yet, but soon. Tonight was the big school production of The Wizard of Oz. The first sign that things were not going to go well happened before the play even started. I was peeking through the curtain to check out how many people showed up to see the play, and guess who was standing right up front? My brother Roderick, wearing a clip-on tie. Ha ha ha. He must have found out I was singing, and he couldn't resist the chance to see me embarrass myself. The play was supposed to start at 8 o'clock, but it got delayed because Rodney James had stage fright. Poor thing. You'd figure that someone whose job it was to sit on the stage and do nothing could just suck it up for one performance. But Rodney wouldn't budge, and eventually his mom had to carry him off. The play finally got started around 8:30. Nobody could remember their lines, just like I predicted, but Mrs. Norton kept the things moving along with the piano. And then the kid who played Toto brought a stool and a pile of comic books onto the stage, and that totally ruined the whole dog effect. Oh, they are just reading the comic books. They are supposed to be take the cute part, right? When it was time for the forest scene, me and the other trees hopped into our positions. The curtains rose, and when it was time for the forest scene, me and the other trees hopped into our positions. The curtain rose, and when they did, I heard Manny's voice. Bobby! Does it is it supposed to mean like brother? Great. I have been able to keep that nickname quiet for 5 years, and now all of a sudden the whole town knew it. I could feel about 300 pairs of eyeballs pointed my way. So I did some quick ad-libbing, and I was able to deflect the embarrassment over to Archie Kelly. I think you dropped an apple, Bobby, by calling the other friend Bobby. He thinks like he can get away with it. But the major embarrassment was still on the way. When I heard Mrs. Norton playing the first few bars of We Three Trees, I felt my stomach jump. I looked out at the audience and I noticed Roderick was holding a video camera. Filming! I knew that if I sang the song and Roderick recorded it, he would keep the tape forever and use it to humiliate me for the rest of my life. I didn't know what to do, so when the time came to start singing, I just kept my mouth shut. We three trees from yonder glen, but he's, just shutting the mouth. Oh, poor thing. For the few seconds there, things went okay. I figured that if I didn't technically sing the song, then Roderick wouldn't have anything to hold over my head. But after a few seconds, the other trees noticed I wasn't singing. I guess they must have thought I knew something that they didn't, so they stopped singing too. To spy a maiden fair and sweet. Now the three of us were just standing there, not saying a word. Mrs. Norton must have thought we forgot the words to the song because she came over the side of the stage and whispered the rest of the lyrics to us. Whilst we were rooted to our spots, she doth moved on lighter feet. But they're not saying anything. Oh, what embarrassment they would feel. I can imagine that. The song is only about 3 minutes long, but to me it felt like an hour and a half. I was just praying the curtains would go down so we could hop off the stage. That's when I noticed Patty Farrell standing in the wings. And if looks could kill, as trees would be dead. She probably thought we were ruining her chances of making it to Broadway or something. Ah, she gives the angry look. Seeing Patty standing there reminded me why I signed up to be a tree in the first place. Clunk. Uh-huh. Pretty soon the rest of the trees started throwing apples too. I think Toto even got in on the act. Somebody knocked the glasses off of Patty's head and one of the lenses broke. Mrs. Norton had to shut down the play after that because Patty can't see 2 feet in front of her without her glasses. After the play was over, my family went home together. Mom had brought a bouquet of flowers, and I guess they were supposed to be for me, but she ended up tossing them in the trash can on the way out the door. I just hope that everyone who came to see the play was as entertained as I was. See, only he is smiling. Uh-oh. Wednesday. Well, if one good thing came out of the play, it's that I don't have to worry about the Bubby nickname anymore. I saw Archie Kelly getting hassled in the hallway after fifth period today, so it looks like I can finally start to breathe a little easier. Hi there, Bubby. Oh, mean boys is everywhere. Sunday. With all this stuff going on at school, I haven't even had time to think about Christmas. And it's less than 10 days away. In fact, the only thing that tipped me off that Christmas was coming was when Roderick put his wish list up on the refrigerator. Roderick's wish list: number 1, new drums; number 2, new van; number 3, shrunken head. I usually make a big wish list every year, but this Christmas all I really want is this video game called Twisted Wizard. Tonight Manny was going through the Christmas catalog, picking out all the stuff he wants with a big red marker. Manny was circling every single toy in the catalog. He was even circling really expensive things like a giant motorized car and stuff like that. He looks like envious of him. So I decided to step in and give him some good big brotherly advice. I told him that if he circled stuff that was too expensive, he was going to end up with a bunch of clothes for Christmas. I said he should just pick 3 or 4 medium-priced gifts so he would end up with a couple of things he actually wanted. But of course, Manny just went back to circling everything again. So I guess he'll just have to learn that harder way. When I was 7, the only thing I really wanted for Christmas was a Barbie dream house. And not because I like girls' toys, like Roderick said. I just thought it would be a really awesome fort for my toy soldiers. When Mom and Dad saw my wish list that year, they got a big fight over it. Dad said there was no way he was getting me a dollhouse, but Mom said it was healthy for me to experiment with whatever kind of toys I wanted to play with. Believe or not, Dad actually won that argument. Oh, really? He wins ever over his wife. Dad told me to start my wish list over and pick some toys that were more appropriate for boys. Aww, that sounds like a little sexist. But I have a secret weapon when it comes to Christmas. My Uncle Charlie always gets me whatever I want. I told him I wanted the Barbie dream house, and he'd said he'd hook me up. Really. On Christmas, when Uncle Charlie gave me my gift, it was not what I asked for. He must have walked into the toy store and picked up the first thing he saw that had the word Barbie on it. So if you ever see a picture of me there where I'm holding a beach fun Barbie, now at least you know the whole story. Dad wasn't real happy when he saw what Uncle Charlie got me. He told me to either throw it out or give it away to charity. But I kept it anyway. And okay, I admit maybe I took it out and played with it once or twice. That's how I ended up in the emergency room 2 weeks later with a pink Barbie shoe stuck up my nose. And believe me, Roderick has never let me hear the end of that. Poor thing. Okay, let's get back later. Bye.